Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Tilray. They were posting earnings, and they got a bunch of information in regards to that. Here's a look at Tilray. So ticker TLRY. Here's a look at what they've done over the last year. Had the nice run up there, February 10th, on up to 63.91, and just been coming down ever since then. So in the last 3 months, it's down over 29%. In the last month, down over 20%. Here in the last week, it's actually in the green, up almost 6%. And here's a look at today. So you can kind of see what it's done from Friday, 6:49. That would have been a great buying time right there, or even 6:35, or even catching this dip, and then boom, here on it today. So look at today. So it's up here today. So we are in the green. So we'll see what the other MJ plays do in regards to this one, like Sundial, Hexo, and so on. Probably have to take a look at those as well. If you don't know much about Tilray, they're a global MJ lifestyle and consumer packaged goods company with operations in Canada, United States, Europe, Australia, and Latin America. Been around since 2018. A volume of 27.46 million, up slightly above the average of 23.7. So obviously that's reflecting in the price, and this one's being traded a little bit more today. So $3.05 billion market cap. That's been increased here just today. 52-week low of $6.29 and high of $67. And 70% ratings hold on this one. And here's a look at their last earnings, and they have not posted it here yet. So I got some information that just came out over here on Bing. It's currently showing it as a hold, and right there you can see expected on January 10th. For the earnings, Tilray stock price and forecast. Tilray jumps on strong earnings report, and as you can see, this is just a couple of hours ago. Tilray is due to report earnings before the open on Monday, and it's only been open for about a half hour to an hour here where I'm at. So here in Omaha, Nebraska, Tilray stock is expected to post earnings per share of 0.13 cents, minus 13 cents. Tilray is also forecast to hit just over $239 million in revenue for Q2. So Tilray stock is trading 13% higher on Monday's pre-market as earnings came in well ahead of forecasts. Revenue jumped to $155 million on the company posted a net income of $6 million. Tilray stock is still falling ahead of its earnings before the bell on Monday. The MJ stock has been on a long-term decline as a result of waning retail interest, hitting a high of 67 last year. Tilray closed Monday at 642. The stock has been caught up in the meme stock madness and duly suffered the fallout when the crowd moved on. So see what today brings about the stock, and see whatever it runs up to, if it can hold it, and maybe it'll come back down. Who knows? I'm just speculating, but looks like it's going good so far in regards to earnings. So feel free to pause and go over that. Stock news there, it's basically what we just went over. Here's a look at the stock forecast. The trend remains firmly bearish, with the old levels being targeted sub $5, $2.43, and the low from March 2020. And unless something changes, that is where the chart is headed. A negative RSI and MACD coupled with a strong downtrend and reduced retail interest. So there's a look at the chart. And you can kind of see how everything's just been kind of up and down a little bit, and like I said, falling down since back in February. Tilray reports 20% jump in revenue on higher demand, and this is dated here today, so just again a couple hours ago. 20% jump in second quarter revenue on Monday as the Canadian MJ producer benefited from higher demand from MJ and related products. Pandemic-induced lockdowns have lifted demand for MJ-related products from homebound customers, while the new MJ sector-friendly policy changes, including access to federal banking, have sparked optimism among investors. World's largest MJ producer by sales said its revenue rose to $155 million in the quarter ended on November 30th from $129 million a year earlier. So quite a significant boost there. It looks like about, what would that be, $26 million. It's increased. The company posted a net income of $6 million in the quarter, compared with a loss of $89 million a year earlier. Tilray posts a surprise profit on cost cut, pledges more savings. And again, kind of some of the same information, but just a little bit extra on Yahoo Finance here. Monday reported surprise quarterly profit helped by savings achieved from the reverse merger with Afria, and pledged more cost cuts, pushing its shares more than 12% higher in the pre-market trading. And so, like I pointed out in my past videos, I guess I excluded it today. The shares that I have here of Tilray, that's why I have a zero cost basis, is because I have acquired these were Freya shares to begin with, so forgot to go over that point, but no big deal. Tilray has also pledged an additional $20 million in cost cuts over $80 million originally planned from the merger. Tilray and Afria combined in June 2020, creating the world's largest MJ producer by sales. Tilray's earnings, the first for the quarter ended on November from a major MJ producer, could help calm investors frustrated by slow regulatory progress and a lack of profitability after years of overspending by Canadian MJ sellers. Tilray's shares were up 13% pre-market at $7.22. Shares of other major MJ producers, including Canopy Growth, Hexo, and Kronos, gained 2 to 6% after Tilray's report. So I'm sure the whole MJ sector as a whole could possibly benefit from this. So we will wait and see. Probably be taking a look at a couple of them here throughout the day. Company's revenue grew 20% to $155 million, but fell short of analysts' estimate of $170.55 million. Chief Executive Officer Erwin Simon attributed to the miss to market saturation and related competitive challenges in Canada. Company posted a net income of $6 million compared to a loss of $89 million a year earlier, so that's quite a difference. Posted a net income of $6 million compared to a loss of $89 million, so quite the difference there. Tilray reported a $6 million net income in Q2 as revenue climbs by 20% from the last year. And again, some of the same information, but we'll take a look and see if there's anything else in here relevant that we need to point out. I've talked about this in the past. Tilray says $58.8 million of that revenue in the most recent quarter came from its MJ business, while $13.7 million was attributed to the Sweetwater brewing business, which I've talked about on past videos, and $13.8 million came from the Manitoba harvest. Tilray posts a narrower loss as revenue rises, and this is just from 17 minutes ago. Tilray said it lost $201,000 or 0 cents a share, compared to a loss of $99.9 million or 41 cents a share in a year ago period. So this is slightly different stats here on MSN Money, but still they've grown. So revenue increased to $155.15 million from $129.46 million. Analysts expected Tilray to lose 9 cents a share on revenue of $170.5 million, according to a survey by FactSet. Shares jumped 12% to $7.21 in the pre-market trades on Monday. Prior to the gains, the stock had lost about 9% thus far in 2022 and fell 43% in the past 12 months. MJ Company is also changing its name to Tilray Brands Incorporated as it diversifies into beverage and other consumer packaged goods. And I've pointed this out a couple times. A lot of these are getting into the beverage and other consumer packaged goods. Some may be beer, or like in Tilray's case, Sweetwater Brewing. I think that's going to be the key driver with a lot of these MJ companies going forward for revenue, for sales, to project that, both of them into the future. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with all of that. But anything to get a sale going, and I feel a lot of those CBD, THC drinks are going to be the next Red Bull, the next Monster, in regards to marketing, the hype of it all, and we'll just have to wait and see how that does with everything, and see what it does to the sales and everything. So I'm hoping for the best. I mean, it can't hurt by any means. So, and another plus, Tilray said a cost savings from the acquisition of Afria will be $20 million more than expected, or a total of $100 million. That reached $70 million in cost savings to date. Company said that it is on track to achieve the original cost reduction plan of $80 million ahead of schedule. It will generate the additional $20 million of synergies in fiscal 2023. So just have to wait and see on this one. Like I said here, these profitable business further provide an opportunity to launch THC-based products upon federal legalization in the United States. And so we'll just have to wait and see. A lot of these are long-term for myself, so we'll just have to see what the future holds for these. And like I said, the key driver is going to be the federal legalization, so just have to wait patiently for that whenever that happens. See if there's any update information here. Check out on StockTwits, currently at 747, 52-week low of 731, high of $67. I remember when this thing shot from like 20 to over 100 in a few weeks back in 2018. So correct, I stayed away from Tilray for the longest run. That's why I never had any of those shares, just because they were up and down, kind of like Tilray had been for quite some time. So I hope this stock will wake this damn slow market. That is true. Squeeze the 20, then parabolic more higher. Would that be fantastic? We'll just have to wait and see what this one does. Over here on MSN Money, currently showing as a hold. Looks like it's $7.49. Currently a hold here on tip ranks as well, with a 40% upside to 1052, high of 22, low of 633. But if you have Tilray, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share, and so that way we can get the word out and See if anybody bought any of these dips, what your cost basis is. You can leave that in the comments. I doubt if you're going to beat zero, but like I said, these used to be a free up. But any comments are welcome. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.